What is going on, people? Welcome back to another video. As you've seen the title and behind me, we're doing a video on a B7 RS4. Now some of you guys who are in the know will know that this car is a bit of a legend. It's one of the last sort of proper V8 manual RS cars, and trust me, the thing's a monster. Yeah, I've just bought it up here. It belongs to the guys at Motor City Birmingham, so if you want to check their stock out, you got a really good selection there. Trust me, they got Japanese legends, this sort of stuff. So yeah, if you need a used car, check them out. So yeah, it belongs to them. I've borrowed it for a day, and yeah, basically what we're going to do is do the usual thing. We're going to do a walk around on this car, basically turn it on. It has got a sort of custom exhaust on it, give it a few revs, and then we'll go for a drive. Now I believe this is the first V8 manual on the channel, or even one of the first V8s that I've driven on the channel. I think the only V8 that I have done is that SQ7, but I didn't drive that. So yeah, this is the first pretty much. And also because it's a manual, it'll show you guys that I do actually drive manual cars. I know I've covered a few, Type R, the Focus RS, and I believe the S1, but some of you guys think all I do is drive S-tronics. That's not the case. So yeah, what we'll do now, we'll go check out the spec on this one, and then we'll go for a drive. Right people, so the B7 RS4, as you can see, finished in red. B7 is a code name for this shape A4. Now the thing is, the RS4 afterwards is called a B8, and the RS4 that's due to come out soon, in a year's time hopefully, is going to be called a B9. But yeah, this is arguably one of the more legendary ones that came out. Everyone loves this car, and I just can understand why now after bringing it up to here. I know it's a bit of deja vu. Last time you guys saw another red car parked in this spot, Leon Cooper 290. But yeah, this thing's a totally different animal, don't get it confused. So yeah, 4.2 litre V8, one of Audi's greatest V8s. Arguably, to be honest, the new 4 litre T is pretty good, you know, the one in the RS6, but this thing definitely has its own appeal. Naturally aspirated, has around 414 horsepower and around 317 pound-feet of torque. Now the thing is, that torque figure may not seem like a lot to you guys. You've got to remember that this thing's naturally aspirated, and I know you're probably thinking an S3 like that, which is my car, probably has around the same sort of torque figure, but the way the driving experience on this is totally different. So yeah, other things on this car, it's got these classic RS4 alloys. Whenever you saw these alloys on this car, it just went perfectly. I don't know, they were just suited to this car perfectly. You started seeing them on other Audis and even some Volkswagens, but it always worked on this car. And yeah, you got these huge flared arches. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, you know, the flared arches on this car kind of started my sort of obsession with flared arches. I mean, look at this, crazy, man. It's also partly the reason why I love the F80 M3 so much. It reminds me of this in a way. Moving around the back here, this car does have a custom exhaust job on it. It's not got a brand on it, it's been done by a custom exhaust shop. It does sound very good. One thing it is missing is the RS oval tips. Now the thing is, that is sort of the trademark of an RS car, so if it was me, I'd keep those. But yeah, it does sound very good. It's just got 4 pipes instead of 2. Moving on to the interior, it does have a few nice options in here. The main being these bucket seats. Now if you guys remember the sort of issue with these back in the day, they were getting robbed left, right, center, and it was like 20 grand to replace them. Yes, 20 grand, trust me, you heard me right. It's because Audi stopped production on these seats at one point, and you had to order the seats in bits, so the insurance job would be 20 grand is what the end bill would be. Crazy stuff. People used to steal them out the window, like from here. They used to break the window from here, pull the seats out. It was crazy, it happened all the time. And yeah, this car's got them. It also has the flat bottom steering wheel. Proper Lamborghini inspired this thing. It's got a sport button there, which definitely does sharpen it up a bit. It's the RS4 logo. I'm not gonna lie guys, this isn't the best example, but it does feel pretty tight and strong. I did have to bring it up here, so on the way here it didn't feel like it's falling apart. I'm gonna show you that. It feels like a tank. So yeah, what we'll do now, we'll just turn the thing on, and I'll give you guys a few revs, because I know some of you guys already know what the interior of these things look like. I mean, it's just standard mid-2000s Audi, to be honest. It's got carbon fiber, and yeah, you got this shift lever here. The rest of it is mainly dominated by these seats and this steering wheel. So yeah, what we'll do, we'll just turn it on. Right, so there's the tachometer and speedo. So yeah, it's a bit strange. You have to turn the key or put the foot on the clutch, turn it, but then that doesn't turn on the car, it turns on the ignition. Then you got the starter button, press that. Proper beast of a sound, I'm not gonna lie, absolute monster. B7 RS4. I'm sure you guys will appreciate we're finally in a V8 and a manual one at that. It should be pretty good, man. We're hopefully going to give you guys a general overview of the car through all the sounds, and I'll tell you how it like feels basically. We won't call it a review. I don't really like calling my videos reviews. I know occasionally I do slide the term in here and there, but the thing is, I like to see them as like sort of real life experiences of the car. You can call them reviews if you like, but they're not going to be like comprehensive in the terms like we're going to go over like what the sat nav's like or the boot space. We just talk about the performance and stuff. Yeah, the main thing with this is the engine noise, man. It's just crazy. Give it a bit here, see what the RS4 can do. This thing revs to over 8,000. Yeah, that's one of the sort of appeals of this V8. It just revs and revs and revs. It just builds up, man, builds up. And like, you know, the fact that people say this car doesn't have much torque, this thing's ready to go at 3. Like, I'm at 3 now. Where's the low torque? I don't know what people have been banging on about for so many years. I think people get it twisted because the thing is a small turbo engine, 2 litre, may have a lot of torque, but it's got so much lag. Like this thing, if I drop a car gear, trust me, it's fast by today's standards. Now that I've driven it, I can make that sort of claim. Before, I will have just looked at the specs like a lot of you guys will be like, you know what, my S3 is probably a lot faster feeling. Yeah, it probably is faster than this, obviously S-tronic, 2 litre turbo and whatnot, but even with 317 pound-feet, this thing flies, man. And it's the way that the throttle response is just urgent. You don't get that in sort of the modern cars. Like some of them you do, but you're probably paying a lot of money to get the sort of better technology. My S3, if you catch it off guard, you're waiting. You are waiting, trust me. One thing I will say, the thing drinks fuel like crazy. I put in £30 before, and literally I had to put in another 15 quid just so I don't have to stop whilst I'm recording, because we're a bit in the countryside here. And I put in £30 and it drank like 10 quid of that in literally like half an hour. I don't even know where it went. I didn't go anywhere, but I literally put in another 15 quid and the thing's already dropping, but I'm sure it'll be enough for the next few hours. We're just in a little sleepy village at this moment, so I don't want to be too loud. But with this stainless steel exhaust, I don't know who made it, but definitely sounds a business, man. The whirring is on all RS4s. That's one of my most favorite things about it. It whirs constantly, whirring. And this thing has a nice sort of loud exhaust fan. It's not too loud. The stock one probably is on the quiet side, I have heard people say, but the options are limitless, Miltech, etc., whichever you want. I mean, generally, like, you know, this interior, if you imagine this interior back in 2005, it would have been really up there. Like, the carbon fiber on this is proper like thick. It's not like some cheap plastic that's literally just stuck on it, you can just pull it. It's proper, like, you know, solid. The rest of it, flat bottom steering wheel, very similar to the Gallardo steering wheel. Like, this one's different to the ones currently, even the ones before the facelift, like new Audi models. It's got metal at the bottom. None of the current ones have metal at the bottom. It's just nice touches like that. It made a real effort. Like the B8 RS4 didn't have stuff like this. And the seats as well, these big bucket seats, they literally don't do them anymore. Maybe it's because they kept getting stolen, but I don't know. The last time I think they were on an RS car was probably the B8, and they done some really nice run-off models of the B8 RS4. They had like a limited edition version. We had like cross stitching everywhere, but these seats, man, they hug you in proper. You could be a proper gapping enthusiast in this. That's what I like to call those people, gapping enthusiasts. In and out of traffic. Nah, you get into a lot of trouble, man. A lot of trouble. You know what it is? It eggs you on. That constantly just wants to go. Nah, man. stick pulls and it sounds, you wouldn't realize that a lot of these cars, they actually suffer from carbon buildup, which actually means this thing might be putting out less power than what they say it is. For example, this thing's 414 horsepower on paper. Now, a lot of owners will vouch for this. They don't actually put out 400 plus a lot of the time. They're below 400. That's because they suffer from carbon buildup on the inside of the engine. Now, you have to get it cleaned up every now and again, or you've got to drive it hard. But yeah, I mean, this thing's fast as it is. So if this thing is due a cleanup, I don't know how fast it's going to feel. Because literally this car has been sitting for a while, and I don't know if it has been driven hard. It seems to be driving perfectly fine, but imagine if it has got carbon built up in the engine. It'd be a proper beast when it's cleaned up. Chuck it in some corners here, see what it can do. It feels very rear happy, like tail happy, I'm not gonna lie. It like moves around, it's very agile. Into second. Okay, that was a new one. I've never attacked that corner like that. And it will just quietens down, puts the windows down. It feels very un-Audi like. You can tell Audi set this up properly. Unless you're really pushing it, the thing doesn't understeer much. It doesn't, like, I'm the first to admit when an Audi understeers and it feels a bit loose. Look at my own S3. I say to everyone, I go, it doesn't handle as well as an R or something. It's Audi's just the way Audi set the car up. But this, I know it might seem like we're beating on this car a bit, but it wants you to keep revving. It just literally wants you to keep revving, man. It's just the way it's been set up. Sense now, because I was watching reviews of this back in the day when I was a kid, probably like 11, 12, and people used to say, oh, this is the first fast Audi that rides properly. This road, I know exactly where the sort of undulations are. This thing just goes straight over them, and you can accelerate over it. It's crazy. I'm still taking it in with every sort of little pull that I do. Mad car, man, mad car. Anyway guys, I think we'll wrap up the video here. It is getting quite cloudy now, it might start raining, and I think I've covered everything about this car. Like I said, it wasn't a full review, but I've been wanting to drive one of these cars since I was 12, so you gotta understand the way I'm looking at it. Like, I wanted to experience this car as much as I could and just bring you guys along with me and just sort of feel the experience. Awesome car, absolutely, like, and now I know what everyone says this car is a proper legend, like literally like one of the best RS cars. Straight up awesome car. And yeah guys, make sure you give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, that is. I'm not gonna force you, but if you enjoyed it, do let me know. And also this format, whether you guys want me to switch it up. Unfortunately, I couldn't get much outside shots today, a bit limited for time and I haven't got anyone with me, but hopefully you guys still heard the engine, and obviously we've got the point of view shots, so it should be pretty good. But yeah, subscribe for more to come, and also let me know if you got a car you'd like to see on the channel, your own car that is. I'll put the email on the screen now. But yeah, overall guys, take care and I'll see you next video.